I'm Ronnie from Ronnie's Garage, and we're holding our monthly tech meet. Today we're going to be working on a Silver Shadow electric door lock, 1972. I take this up to a wire wheel, polish it up. I will take a bottle brush type thing, clean that out inside. The nice thing is there's a sleeve going between these two solenoids. I don't want to pull it apart because you don't have to. And it's brass. So brass doesn't rust. The rust inside here is just there because it's fell off of that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wire wheel this real quick. Wire wheel is on like a grinder, or you can take a little brush and clean it up. This is the professional way of doing it because it's quick. Pretty. So I like these little bottle brushes here. That's the right size. That you can stick in a drill. Oops. Oh, I can't always get all the way down. I need longer ones. What? Oh. Watch your crowd there.
Is it okay to put some bee blaster or
Oh, not in here, no. The bee blaster on this, you damage you.
No, PD blaster or
Oh.
WD-40 in the water would be just dried out.
Yeah, I'm going to use WD-40 on this. You don't want to paint it or anything like that, only because the clearance is pretty close. And yes, I always put some sort of this, is WD-40, which is basically fish oil. Now it's happy. Clean this up. All right, obviously this has a hole in it for that wire to come back out. Gotta make sure to put it on the right side, or the correct side. And now we'll drive this back on there. And then just wedge it again. Don't get too aggressive, it doesn't take much to hold it. I've broken those ears off before.
There's no load in that thing, is there?
Not until that solenoid comes to the end. Because it comes with some force.
So it's stopped by that plate?
Yep.
Ronnie, if you'd like to replace that, what was that cost?
Let's not talk money. I haven't priced one of these quite recently yet. They weren't available for a long time. Rolls-Royce has gone through so many changes. The reason I didn't replace these, I figured out how to do this, is because they were, at the time I think they were $400, and that was probably 15 years ago. And I thought that's ridiculous, so I figured out a way to fix them. Most of them you can fix, not all. If the windings are too far gone, you can't fix them. I can always find parts. I got junk cars
So
outside.
although somebody obviously tried to hold the button down and make it work, it didn't burn out the solenoid or anything?
Well, like I said earlier, it's discolored. It shouldn't be discolored. It should be a nice red color.
So they've overheated it then?
Yeah, by trying to make it work.
I see.
Well, see, that's more red if you look at it than this is. See,
Yeah,
that's kind of a
right.
brown. This is red. So somebody was trying to make it unlock and kept trying it, and it was trying, but it wasn't pulling it. So the fact that they held that on until the circuit breaker went, obviously, and had to reset it. So now we can put this wire back
But
together.
otherwise the solenoid is not damaged?
Well, I checked it before.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't have reacted, then you can take an ohm meter and you can go from that wire to ground, and if it's open or it's short, you can read the other side because that's not discolored, and you can get a reading. It'll be so many ohms. Should be some ohms in there. and then they should match. But the fact that it operated even, you know, once I helped it, then I was happy with it. So this wire is just a matter of reconnecting it with a little butt. It's pretty small wire, just so you know. It's that winding wire. See that? That's what these are wrapped in, that exact wire. It's one strand, and it's insulated with lacquer. So what I'm going to do is put a butt connector on here and shrink wrap. But first, to make sure I get a good connection between the two wires, I got to scrape that. Take the lacquer covering off of that. They call that, was it motor wire or
Magnet wire.
magnet wire? Yeah. And when you scrape it, you'll see it turns to bright copper. And if you want to solder it, you definitely have to scrape this off. Your solder will not stick to that insulation coating. So I like to use these.
You always carry shrink tube in your pocket?
Mm-hmm. And that, you got to be prepared. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Who said that? Huh? Bullwinkle?
They didn't say that.
What is that connector?
That's just a butt connector, just like a regular crimp butt connector. But this one is uninsulated, so it doesn't have a covering on it.
All right.
And I use this type of crimper that pushes the center down, and we'll see how it goes. This is a little bit large duty for this, but always pull to make sure it's tight. Now I got to be able to get this thing in there. That's the problem now. Maybe this one can do it. This one is not an old man's tool because it's small and doesn't develop that extra leverage you need. I didn't grab it, but this might grab it. Still didn't. So that means we're going to get the soldering gun out.